From grieving family man to one of Marvel's darkest vigilantes, Frank Castle, better known as the Punisher, has a complex and gripping story. Today we'll explore his origins in the comics, his evolution through movies and series, and what's coming next in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's dive in. The Punisher first appeared in 1974's The Amazing Spider-Man number 129, introduced as a cold, deadly figure hired to kill Spider-Man. But behind that initial role was a character with much more depth, a man shaped by tragedy and driven by a relentless sense of justice. Frank Castle's family was brutally killed in a mob ambush, and from that moment he became a one-man army against crime. Unlike most heroes, he operates without hesitation to cross lines others won't, killing criminals in his pursuit of punishment. Over decades, series like Punisher Max explored the psychological weight of that mission, revealing a man haunted by loss and fueled by rage. His story is inseparable from his complicated relationship with Daredevil. Matt Murdock's unwavering moral code forbids killing, while Frank believes sometimes death is the only answer. Their clashes are as much about ideology as they are about action, and their uneasy alliances reveal two sides of the same war on crime. But Punisher doesn't always work alone. Throughout the years, Frank has teamed up with several other tough, often morally gray heroes. His partnership with Ghost Rider is one of the most striking, combining Frank's lethal military skills with Ghost Rider's supernatural powers. Together, they've taken on threats ranging from street-level gangs to demonic forces. Though not a formal team, Punisher, Ghost Rider, and Wolverine form a sort of unofficial trio of relentless fighters who get the job done by any means necessary. Wolverine's fierce combat skills and healing factor complement Frank's tactical mind and unforgiving approach. And Daredevil has sometimes joined their ranks when the stakes demand more than just grit. These collaborations took center stage in storylines like the Marvel Knights imprint, where darker, street-level tales blended crime, vigilante justice, and supernatural elements. The Shadowland event is another example, where heroes including Daredevil, Punisher, and Ghost Rider faced threats that pushed them to their limits, balancing brutal violence with a shared goal to protect the innocent. In addition to these team-ups, Frank briefly joined the Thunderbolts, a group of anti-heroes and former villains. His military background and combat skills made him a valuable member, showing that even the Punisher can be part of a larger effort when necessary. Frank's story also stretches beyond the main Marvel universe. In The Haunting Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, Frank's grief turns to fury against not only criminals, but heroes and villains alike, as he eliminates nearly every superpowered individual. This grim tale explores what happens when his war on crime consumes everything. He's also taken on the Avengers directly in other alternate realities, where his strategy and unrelenting will allow him to hold his own against some of Marvel's most powerful heroes. In the Spider-Verse and other alternate dimensions, versions of Punisher cross paths with different Spider-Men and women, sometimes as allies fighting a common enemy, sometimes at odds due to conflicting methods. Across all these stories, one thing remains clear. Frank Castle is defined by an unshakable commitment to his mission. He's not a hero in the traditional sense, but his determination to punish those he sees as criminals drives every choice he makes. The Punisher's first big-screen appearance was in 1989, starring Dolph Lundgren in a cult classic that loosely adapted the comics but missed much of the character's complexity. In 2004, Thomas Jane took over in a more faithful adaptation that focused on Frank's tragic past and his violent quest for justice. Then came 2008's Punisher, Warzone, known for its brutal action and stylized violence, but it didn't perform well commercially. The real breakthrough came with Netflix's Daredevil series, where Jon Bernthal's Punisher made a stunning debut in Season 2. Fans and critics loved his gritty portrayal, which led to 2 standalone Punisher seasons. These shows dug deep into Frank's military background, his psychological trauma, and his complicated moral code, expanding his story in new directions. Though Netflix canceled the series in 2019, Bernthal's Punisher remains iconic, and Marvel now considers these shows part of the sacred timeline, connecting them loosely to the larger MCU. And now, The Punisher is officially stepping into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Spider-Man: Brand New Day, set to release in July 2026. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige revealed that this film will embrace street-level crime, making Frank Castle a perfect fit for Spider-Man's world. This pairing is a clever nod to Punisher's comic book debut, where he first crossed paths with Spider-Man. Jon Bernthal is reprising his role, bringing his fan-favorite portrayal to a new generation of MCU fans. His upcoming appearances include a Disney Plus special, filmed alongside Brand New Day, that further explore Frank's dark journey. Fans are excited to see how this complex, morally ambiguous anti-hero will interact with the more lighthearted Spider-Man, potentially starting with conflict before teaming up to tackle the criminal underworld together. This move marks a full circle for the character, from cult comic anti-hero to a central player in the biggest superhero franchise in the world. From his tragic beginnings in the pages of Marvel Comics to the gritty streets of the MCU, the Punisher remains one of Marvel's most enduring and complex heroes. Whether you love him for his relentless justice or his raw humanity, Frank Castle's story continues to captivate fans worldwide. This was it for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe and comment below. Which character should I do next?